Marvel just dropped some huge news this week. From shocking leaks about Spider-Man Brand New Day to Avengers Doomsday. If you thought Marvel news was slowing down, think again. Let's break down the 10 biggest posts from X this week. What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle. Welcome back to the Jedi Junkyard. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is a weekly video series where we go on X and look at the 10 biggest posts from this week. If you guys are new, please do me a favor and leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into number 10. Chris Hemsworth has seemingly wrapped filming for Avengers Doomsday. Hemsworth also goes to say, when we parted ways on the last film, we didn't know if we were going to do this again, and here we are. Some of the old crew, like myself, and a lot of the new folks are coming in. It's wild. He was later asked if Thor 5 will happen. He goes on to say, I don't know. We'll see where Avengers Doomsday goes. We're sort of unpacking all of that as we speak and figuring out where each of these characters will go. I don't know about you, but I'm super interested to see where the Thor character goes. Thor Love and Thunder wasn't the best movie, but I really enjoyed it. It almost seems like he's turning towards the comedic character, but I think for a lot of fans, they want a serious, godlike Thor. Maybe we get that type of Thor in Avengers Doomsday. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Let's go on to number 9. Tom Holland is reportedly taking a short break from filming Spider-Man Brand New Day. His stunt double has continued shooting scenes with multiple villains. Now, I posted about this on my TikTok and I had a couple things to say. I don't know how good that is for the chemistry of the actors that are in this movie together, but it could be a situation where they don't really need the dialogue from Tom Holland or his face anymore, at least in the location that they're at, and that they're just shooting parkour scenes or gymnastic scenes. The key in this, though, is that there's multiple villains. I don't know who is actually going to be the main villain, and I just can't wait to find out. By the way, stick around to the end for number 1 because it's going to blow your mind. Number 8. Chris Evans will play 4 different roles in Avengers Doomsday. Captain Hydra, Nomad, Steve Rogers without the serum, the original 616 Cap with the Infinity Stones. Most of them are just cameos. This is an exception to the rule for me because I don't want Avengers Doomsday to be the cameo fest for no reason. I need backstory as to why we're getting these cameos. And if we're talking about Chris Evans, he's been a big part of the MCU, so that just makes sense to me why he would have a couple cameos. I'm okay with that. I just don't want something ridiculous. Number 7. Tom Hiddleston has reportedly filmed scenes at Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter's home for Avengers Doomsday. There were multiple rumors of them being on the set in that house. My theory is that Tom Hiddleston is there as Loki to warn them about Doctor Doom. As we know at the end of Season 2, Loki's on the chair. He holds all the timelines together. I would assume he sees Doctor Doom coming and decides to warn that part of the multiverse. Another part of this is that Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter will seemingly have children in Avengers Doomsday. A new set photo shows a farmhouse with swings and slides for kids. Maybe we don't see these kids in the movie. Maybe they're just assumed to be there. But my question is, do they have powers? And also, is Doctor Doom either after them or gonna do something to them? This could throw the movie in so many different directions, and I'm super hyped for it. Number 6. Stephen Oyoung on whether he'll reprise as Mr. Negative in Spider-Man Brand New Day. All I can say is they haven't approached me. I think this is a bold-faced lie, and I think he's showing up in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Going all the way back to the first leaks of this movie, we see the Inner Demons logo on that tank, and everyone loves Mr. Negative in the Spider-Man video games. I'm super excited to see him, and I really hope he does show up. But if he doesn't, I'm sure they'll bring him into the MCU one day. Number 5. The Russo brothers say that Avengers Doomsday is the biggest movie they've ever done. This was at D23, and not a lot of information was given about the movie, but this is one thing that they say, that the movie is the biggest. What? If we're going off of like the biggest involving the most characters and actors, sure, but I don't know if this is the biggest movie they've ever done, because Endgame was, at least in my opinion, way more of a attention grabber, way more hype, way more bigger, if that makes it way more bigger. That's not a sentence. I don't know. I'm super excited for Avengers Doomsday, but I just don't think it's going to be at Endgame level, but prove me wrong, please, Russo brothers. Number 5. Haley Steinfeld on whether she'll return as Kate Bishop in Avengers Doomsday. I'm going to have to say that I can't say anything. I don't think that's true either. I think we both know that they're going to be in the movie, but here's the thing. I need OG Hawkeye. I need Jeremy Renner reprising his role as Hawkeye, just because if you're bringing everyone back, why not him? He's one of the OG Avengers, and I think him being in the movie would really set the tone that, we're back. Number 4. Alan Cumming describes Avengers Doomsday as a superhero orgy. There are so many people in it. I feel so bad for the person who has to schedule the film. There's like 30 of the busiest actors in the world. Possibly Scarlett Johansson. You have Robert Downey Jr. You have so many people that have to be there who are worth, together, billions of dollars. To have their schedules, which are already complicated, and then have to fit them all in the same vicinity, I don't know how this is going to work out. We also got word last week that Alan Cumming did all of his acting and all of his shoots virtually, basically away from the set. He didn't know who he was fighting, and he didn't know what was even going on. That scares me because I feel like as an actor, you want to know who you're going up against. I'm sure there was some dialogue, but I've heard that they gave him fake names. I don't understand that. Another thing that I'm scared about is that if you're going to have so many cameos, they need to make sense. Please just don't throw like random people in there just to get like the hype built up, to get people to go see it on the second week. Make a good movie. Number 3, happy 48th birthday to Eldon Henson. He will return as Foggy Nelson in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. This got me super excited because I don't know if he's coming back as in flashbacks in the show, or if he's going to come back from the dead, or if he ever was really dead. If he was never really dead, and now he's going to be a villain in the show, that could be the most peak of all. That's it. Number 2, Paul Rudd will have an important role in Avengers Doomsday. At D23, he was announced to have a huge role by the Russo brothers, and I don't really know which direction they're going to go with that. Quantumania was a flop, in my opinion. I think a lot of you would agree. Do they retcon it because Kang the Conqueror is out of the picture? Jonathan Majors is out of the picture? Do they go on a different story with Paul Rudd as Ant-Man? I don't really know. Maybe they have a new technology that's going to stop Doom, or maybe Doom gets a hold of that technology. Nevertheless, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. And number 1, which is my favorite of this week, Doctor Doom would seek out Tom Holland's Peter / Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday to gain access to the Spider-Verse and also destroy it. This could be a rumor. I don't know how valid the source is, but Miles Morales in the MCU before we get across the Spider-Verse, bro, I'm hype. This could be the start of something so cool for the Spider-Man movies, and I know Tom Holland doesn't want to do many more, so maybe we get a Miles Morales live action. But like I said, I think in Avengers Doomsday, we need a background for Doctor Doom. The casual fan's not going to know how powerful he actually is. So maybe someone we love dies initially right at the start of the movie. RDJ as Doctor Doom with the mask on could be really cool. I don't want to see RDJ's face too much in the intro to that movie. It'll take away from the fact that it's RDJ and we know him as Iron Man. But to have Doctor Doom go after the Spider-Verse, that is crazy, especially when it's live action. As we get closer to this movie, as we get closer to Spider-Man Brand New Day, I think a lot more information is going to come out, and you know I'll be on top of it. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite post from this week was. Leave a like and subscribe, and I hope you guys grab something on the way out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.